Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Azure Every Day. I'm Chris Sifurlis, Senior Principal Architect over here at Pragmatic Works. And today we're going to talk about how Microsoft is expanding the Azure Data Box family, right? So continuing on our previous discussion and video on the Azure Data Box family, today I'm going to introduce the Azure Data Box Gateway and the Azure Data Box Edge devices. And we're going to talk about some typical use cases where they might benefit your organization. Okay, so if we step back up until now, the DataBox family has been the disk, the box, and the heavy. Each has its own limits for storage, but are designed to improve your way of uploading massive amounts of data into Azure without having to wait for it to travel over the wire or saturate your bandwidth, right? Consider that kind of the offline method. Now, with that in mind, Microsoft heard from its customers that they'd like a better way to sync their local storage directly with Azure Storage for operations like archival and disaster recovery. Azure Data Box Gateway is a cloud storage gateway device that resides on your premises and sends your image, media, and other data directly to Azure. The Cloud Storage Gateway is a virtual machine provisioned in your hypervisor, being VMware or Hyper-V, where you write the data directly to this virtual device using the NFS or SMB protocols, which it then sends to Azure. So we're going to use this DataBox Gateway for things like continuously ingesting massive amounts of data. So we have a local data source, whatever it happens to be, image data or something like that, that requires large data amounts and capacities, and we're going to stream those and sync them with our Azure storage directly. Right. Another way would be for cloud archival of data in a secure and efficient way. And then if you think about the incremental data transfer over the network after the initial bulk transfer is done using the data box, flavor of the day, right, for direct tie-in to the same Azure storage container that you're using for your data box. Now, Azure Data Box Edge is a storage solution that allows you to process data and send it over the network to Azure. DataBox Edge uses a physical device supplied by Microsoft to accelerate the secure data transfer. So that's the first way it's different, right? The device resides in your premises, in your network stack, right? And you write data to it also using NFS and SMB. The Edge is additionally equipped with AI-enabled edge computing capabilities that help to analyze, process, or filter data as it moves to Azure Block Blob, Page Blob, or Azure Files, right? So it has the appropriate chips to process intelligent learning, so artificial intelligence, type technologies, machine learning, deep learning, those kinds of things. Now, we're going to use the DataBox Edge for things like pre-processing data, right? We're going to analyze data from on-premises or IoT devices to get faster information about the data. That pre-processing can be used to do things like aggregate your data before it gets sent to Azure, right? Modifying data, so for example, if you want to take out PII, would be a good use case for that. Now, you can also subset and transfer the data needed for deeper analytics in the cloud. So if you want to chunk out parts of that data that's being moved, and you can analyze and react to IoT events, right? So if you're running IoT devices on-prem and you want to be able to be somewhat quicker to respond when those events occur, this is another great way to handle that. Now, additionally, you can also run machine learning models to get quick results that can be acted on before the data is sent to the cloud. This is a great use case with IoT, right? You don't have to wait for the data to be transmitted over the wire, do any of the munging that's happening up in Azure, and then return results. You can return those results on the fly in real time and react more quickly. And basically, eventually, the full data set is transferred to continue and help you retain and improve any of your machine learning models, right? And so you have the opportunity there to continue to feed it data and continue to have those models trained over and over again and learning, to be more concise over time. So in general, the DataBox family is very cool. This this option to have an online version, just further extends its capabilities, and it's pretty neat technology. So if you're interested in the DataBox family, if you're interested in Azure at all, anything having to do with data really in the Microsoft stack, Pragmatic Works is here to help. So click the link below for more information, or give us a call. I'm happy to help out. Otherwise, have a great day, and thanks for listening.